I'm so excited. Sorry if you follow all three of my, hold on. Sorry if you follow both of my channels. I don't got three. You'll see a lot of this look, and I'm sorry. Not sorry. A little bit sorry. But anyway, today we are doing my March reading a wrap up. I couldn't decide if I wanted to combine this with my April TBR or separate it, but I think we're going to separate it, and then next week we'll post my April TBR. Let me know what you guys are feeling, how you think I should do it. One of my videos already has 85 views, and I was like, some of my makeup channel, I have over 1,000 subscribers I have close to 2,000 subscribers on my makeup channel, and some of my videos don't even have 85 views. And I'm like, what? But you know, I'll take it. So definitely tell your friends if you're a reading gal, if you're a book lover, bookaholic. Definitely hit the subscribe button. Tell your bookaholic friends to join. I want this place to be somewhere where we can chat. We can talk about books. We can talk about books we love. Talk about books we hate. We can rant. We can vent. Whatever you're feeling. I want this place to be definitely just very chill and a lot different from my makeup YouTube channel, which is, it's still chill over there, but you know what I mean. Like, this is very max and relax. You know what I'm saying? Like, max and relax. Like, I probably should have took off all my makeup right now. You know? It's okay. Anyway, let's just get started. So last month I did do, well, for the month of March, I did do a March TBR. So I picked 6 different books that I wanted to read in the month of March. That month I was a little weird just because normally I would have the books with me, but that month I had a couple that I was gonna purchase still, that were still in my cart, and I didn't check out yet, so that kind of messed things up just a tad, not very much, but just a speck. So for the next few that I'll do, I'll specifically have the books, or if I'm buying it, like it's already on the way to me or something like that, just because, yeah, whatever. So the first book that I had on my TBR was actually, I was currently reading at the time, was The Spanish Love Deception by Elena Armas. I have finished this. I love this book so much. And I actually, if you're interested on following my Instagram, I went through, I actually put like a rating, what I thought of the ending, would I recommend it, author, did I laugh, did I cry, will I read it again, and then just some extra notes, a bunch of different answer questions, and I did that all on my Instagram just so people could comment back. You can read it at any time. You can always refer to it if you're looking for a book, you know, if you're in the store or whatever. So I thought that was fun. I had a lot of fun doing that, but I actually did love this book. I thought it was really, really good, and I definitely will read it again. It's funny. You just laugh a lot in this book, which I appreciate, but it's also super, super cute. You're like, oh, you're like obsessed. I do think 90% of the books that I read are definitely over 18 and older in my opinion. Obviously people have different opinions, but for me, they're all 18 and older. They have some of them have just a scene or two that goes a little far, and so they're a little descriptive. Some books have some of the books I'll mention are a lot of scenes where it's like, maybe not for everyone, but I do want to mention that because it's really hard to step into I don't even know what this age group is called, but basically if you're a 23-year-old trying to find books, it's really hard to get them without those scenes, just to being 100% honest. So either way, this book is so good, and I 10 out of 10 recommend. I think Elena Armas she became one of my favorite authors for sure with this book, and then also with the second book that I read this month, which was The American Roommate Assignment, also by Elena Armas. If you guys have not heard me talk about both of these books before, your first video here, the characters, the main girl in this one is best friends with the main girl in this one, and then the main girl in this one is also cousins to the main boy in this one. So super fun and fresh. It's not my best friend's brother, it's like my best friend's boyfriend, you know? I mean, wow, no, my best friend's cousin. It's a lot of fun, and I think this one, I actually think I like this one a little bit more. This one is a little bit funnier. It's a little bit cuter, and then he like has this cutest thing. The main character guy, he speaks Spanish. He only like mainly speaks Spanish, and like obviously you can't hear his accent, but like even just this line, he's just like buenas noches, buenas noches, Rosie. And he's just so sweet. And he calls her like preciosa. Like he's just so sweet to her. And I love it. He says all the Spanish names to her. And there's one that means like honey. And it's just so sweet. And he's like, what's wrong? But he says it in like Spanish. And you're like, ah. It is so cute. And I think that this one, the girl and they have this connection that they're just like, it's what I like about this book is that it's so unconventional, the way that they actually start to get together. It's so funny because you would never guess this. And like even just the title, The American Roommate Experiment, it's like, what does that even mean? When you read it, you find out, of course. But obviously it's like super, super unique. I think I've read a few books like The Spanish Love Deception where they need someone to be their fake boyfriend or girlfriend, basically. But the other one, The American Roommate Experiment, I've never read anything like it. I'll just tell you that he needs a place they end up living together, okay? You don't freaking, like, what? They don't even know each other and then live together. It's insane. So, but it's super, super fun. And then she writes amazing, amazing books, not gonna lie. So again, I have that on my Instagram as well. Okay, the other book that I wanted to read was actually I'll talk about this one first. So the third book I wanted to read was The Wedding Date. I actually read this after a whole bunch of other books, but I'll mention this one first just because it's a standalone. This is in third person. I did not like this book. I didn't love this book. Okay, I shouldn't say I didn't like it because I liked it. I didn't love it. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. The other 2 books I gave 5 out of 5 stars. This one I gave 3 out of 5. So like that's saying a lot. Oh, that's saying a lot because I really am. Sometimes I have to tell myself, I'm like, Marissa, you can't give everything 5 freaking stars because I love books. Like I love certain books too. And so this one it's in third person. So you off the bat feel a little bit disconnected, which I didn't think I would. And it's not even that you feel, it's not even fully disconnected. It's just like, you feel like you could jump ship at any point. You know what I mean? Like in a story, like, you know, I don't know if you've ever read a story and you feel so into it, you cannot put it down. It's like, there's no way I'm putting this down. This one, I feel like at any point I could just like put the page down. Even if I wasn't finished with the chapter, I could just put my bookmark in and like move on, like go do something else, because that's how not in it you were. And it's not even like it's not that you're out of it. It's just that you're just like right on this weird point where it's like, okay, I could just, like, you know what I mean? You could jump ship at any time. So there's that. And again, it didn't bother me so bad at first. But then there were moments that were just like, he would say the lines, their conversations sometimes were just really weird. And you were just like, huh? Or like, where did he get that from? Or why is she not questioning that? And like, just different things that like were weird that you can tell they were just trying to basically be digs. They were just trying to be like shady digs, and you could tell, and they didn't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? So it was just it seemed like a social movement just trying to happen here. Which is like, again, it's fine if you do it right, is the thing. Like, I've read so many books where they're like, you know, feminism, Black Lives Matter, whatever it is. And honestly, like, I would never put that in a book I wrote, basically, but because I love reading books to get out of this world. I don't want to take it with me, first of all. But if you're going to write like that, there's a way to do it appropriately and write where it doesn't sound like a little child complaining, and that's what this was. It's just kind of whiny, and it's just kind of like, oh my gosh, like, well, that's because I'm Black, and you're like, okay, did you really need to say that? It just didn't do it justice, I feel like, and I honestly, and again, I don't think it was necessary. But again, there's a right way to do it. And I've read so many books that do it. There's so many, like, all the books I've read, all the authors love feminism, and they're just like, there's so much about it, and they'll write about it, and they do it in a right way where I don't feel like it's like, ugh. So anyway, I gave a really long explanation about this book. Did not love it, but I did read it. So I don't know if I really just don't, I wouldn't recommend it. Anyway, so there was one other book that I was supposed to, okay, 2 other books that I was there were 2 other books I was supposed to read. One was the book 99% Mine. I'll pop in a picture here because what had happened was this book was actually, they sent it, I got it on Amazon, and it was the right cover when I ordered it, but then when it came in this really weird cover that I've never seen before in my life, and someone said it might be like the UK version or something like that, but I didn't want to read that, like, I didn't want that cover version on my shelf. I didn't want that one. So I have to go get that one, so I didn't read it. I didn't want to repurchase it right away because I had so many books. And then I'll tell you the series that I was obsessed with. So that's why I ended up buying a whole bunch of other books. So I didn't need to buy that one. I also did not read Emily Henry, People We Meet on Vacation yet. I'm going to read it next month. I think I'll put it on that TBR. But I'm excited. I'll probably start reading it soon. But I didn't finish it because, again, I was obsessed with a different series. I didn't start it, I should say, because I was obsessed with a different series. So, anyway, the last book that I had put on my TBR was actually Learn My Lesson from Katee Robert. Now, oh my god, these are spicy. They're spicy, spicy, spicy. So, if you don't like spicy, stay far freaking away. Like, this is spicy, spicy. There's a little bit of, there is like what's the word? A plot. There's a plot. There's a reason for all the spice. Like, it is, but the most of it is spice. If you guys don't know Katee Robert, that's just how she writes. And honestly, again, this is rated R kind of stuff here, people. So anyone, I say under 21, under 20, don't do bother. But again, it's just to each their own. But anyway, so I read this book. This is Hades and Hercules is in this. Like, this series is the Wicked Villain series. So it's all Wicked Villain series. So it's like basically takes normal stories and makes them the villain, the good guy, basically. So we have, I'll tell you in a second. But anyway, so I read this one. This one, again, is Hercules and Hades. And then there's another character, Meg, which I don't know if she's actually something. I don't know if she's in something. I don't actually know. But anyway, so I read this one first. I was obsessed. I died 1,000 deaths. So I had to pick up the first one, and I read this one. This is Desperate Measures. So this is Jafar and Jasmine, which was so good as well. Again, they're all the same. So I'm not going to keep saying it, but so interesting. Again, the hero ends up being like Jafar, like the villain ends up being the hero, I should say. But then I read that one. So I read this one first. You don't have to read them in order, but the other characters do get mentioned sometimes, so you're kind of going to want to read them in order, if that makes sense, if you're planning on reading all of them. If you're going to just get one, then you're fine, but like if you plan on reading all of them, I would read them in order. You don't have to, but I would. You know what I'm saying? Then there also was A Worthy Opponent. So this is Hook and Tink. Again, I did finish and read this one. I read these all in like a night, guys. Oh my gosh. This one is The Beast. So this is like, his name is Gaten in the book, but like Gaston. And then it's, the freak is her name. Isabel is her name in this, but obviously Belle. And then they call him the Beast. I don't know his actual name, but they call him the Beast. So anyway, that was that one. Also read that one. And then I also read The Sea Witch, which again is Ursula. And then what is her name? Her name is Zariel, something like that, but basically Ariel. But there's that one. And then the last one was Queen Takes the Rose, which is her name. What is her name? The girl's name is Aurora, but the other person's name is, I don't know. It's not, I don't know. I don't know the Malone. I don't know the actual queen's name, basically. So I read all of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I read 6. So I read 9 books this month. So that's why I didn't get the other book, and then that's why I didn't end up reading that book, because I read so many books this month that it was like, whoa, like slow your roll. I honestly want to reread these, but I was gonna say something else. My favorite, I definitely think Learn My Lesson is really good. The Sea Witch is really good, and then The Beast is really good. So these 3 are probably my favorites. But the rest of them are, it just, like, again, it depends on what you're looking for. Quite honestly, I don't remember what order they were in. But I don't, my least favorite, not gonna lie, my least favorite for sure is the first one. And this one is, it's hard because it's the first one. So if you read this one first and you're like, girl, what? This is terrible. Just know it's my least favorite. So there's that. Anyway, that's it for my reading wrap-up. That's everything I read. I read 9 freaking books, which is really good because I want to read a lot of books this year. But, like, also, I didn't read everything on my TBR. But anyway, again, check out my Instagram if you want to follow along as I finish reading them. If you want to chat about them. Again, next week I'll be posting my April TBR, so stay tuned for that. Anyway, again, tell all your nerdy friends that we love to read here. If you have any reading suggestions, recommendations, let your girl know because I love new books. This next month, I am planning on, the only book I'm planning on buying next month is on April, during April, when, what is her name? I know her name. Abby Jimenez comes out with her new book on April, I think 11th or like 4th or something like that. Let me just pull it up because I have it right here. Coming out with Yours Truly on April 11th. Yeah, I was right. And I am buying it. So that's the only book I want to buy next month though. The rest of them I want to basically like recycle all the books. I want to reread certain books next month, but I also want to read the books that I have that I've just been on the back burner that are like, I'll read this eventually. Those kind of books. I want to read those. So now, bye guys. Love you all so much. I am so bad at outros, especially because I do the same one for my makeup YouTube every single time I film. It's just like, peace. I'll do that. They could do peace, but that's who freaking does that. The Ace family. So, girl out. Your girl's out. Bye. Bye. Bye, Felicia.